With it being 6 o'clock, we'd like to call the order, the City of Greendale Planning Commission, date August 24th, 6 p.m. First line of business is roll call.
Linda Cromer,
Here.
Jude Schulte,
Here.
Aaron Cornett,
Here.
Karen Abbott,
Here.
Ryan Johnson,
Here.
Aaron Markway,
Here.
Ryan Good.
Here. Everyone is present. Moving to the next item, it's old business. Have we had a chance to review? And does anybody have questions or concerns about the minutes, June 22nd, 2026?
I'd move to approve the minutes as presented.
Linda has approved. Aaron has seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Been approved with an unanimous vote. Moving to the next item, new business. We're going to review the Caudell request to consolidate lots in the crossing at Tanner Creek. Are you here to speak on that behalf?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Steve Caudell.
Please get up on the podium.
So I own 2 lots down the crossings at Tanner's Creek, and one lot we've already built a home on. And I had acquired a second lot next door to us about a year and a half ago. And did so initially with the understanding that we could build a garage next to the home, so long as it met all the other architectural guidelines of the HOA. And so I had some plans drawn up for that garage and made a couple edits to it. And when they were considering approval of it, there was some concerns that they had that perhaps others in the area, in the HOA, might have some concerns with this. So it was recommended that we just do a lot consolidation to eliminate any of those concerns with the HOA. And with the understanding it would just be a value add-on, basically.
What was the concerns of the HOA that 2 lots versus 1?
It wasn't so much that, it was more just having the secondary, what was identified as a garage.
Okay.
It's unique to the development because nobody else has, I don't think anybody else even owns multiple lots, so.
Oh, like, because it's a detached garage instead of it being attached.
Correct, so detached garage, correct.
And possible concerns that someone might just try to put a garage on a lot because you have a garage on a lot, a sole individual lot.
Yeah, and to be honest, there was a couple, an attorney and an architect and Casey, the developer, part of that team, I think, and I didn't really get all of the details as to, what their concerns were.
Mr. Caudell, I'm in sympathy with you, but I think it's more serious an issue than maybe you've been led to understand. Because of the zoning your home is in, that zoning does not permit auxiliary buildings as part of the description of that land use zone. I don't know if that was made plain to you by the person who sold you the lot, if you knew it was an issue. I think there are a number of people on this board who've never seen a copy of the UDO, which is problematic because the Planning Commission is charged by the nature of the appointment to act in good faith to make sure that the planning and zoning that is approved is in line with that UDO, that development plan. Under the zoning that you're in, an auxiliary building on a separate lot or even on the same lot is not in line with that zoning. So I think it would behoove everybody to table this issue until everybody on this board had a chance to review those sections of the UDO. The question wasn't even raised with this board prior to this afternoon or late this morning. And I don't think it's fair to the members on this board or to you to make a snap judgment. So I think it would behoove everybody's interest to table the issue, give this board a chance to review their charge and the scope of what your zoning means, because that is very specific, particular zoning, before the question is considered. I think you'd get a more fair hearing, and I think the individual sitting on this board would have a better chance to make a wise judgment. So I'd make a motion that we table the issue.
Well, if I could, with all due respect, this has been at least 4 weeks, maybe 6, when I initiated the hearing. So are you saying that nobody's reviewed anything in that 4 to 6 week
Nobody on this
period?
board had received any of the supporting documents until today. Nobody
That's
had.
not true. I forwarded an email of the,
Well, I didn't receive them.
I
Did you
didn't
receive them?
anything.
Did you receive them, Jude?
I did not.
No
I
one in
received
this
them today.
board, the
No.
people who are making this decision tonight, received those documents.
well, that's unfortunate, because I know, and I can't remember his name, but I certainly have his email, because I even personally forwarded them, because the architect that drew up who did the survey had not sent them to him, and I said, I've got them, I'll get them.
As
So I
said,
so I sent them to
I'm in
him.
sympathy with your situation, but I don't think I sympathize with your position. I have no reason to disbelieve that you gave the documents out in the appropriate timeframe.
Mhm.
But this board, who has to make this call tonight, didn't receive them. So I am moving that we table the question.
So it's just a simple lot consolidation.
Well, it's not that simple.
Well,
It's not that simple when,
we're not
because of your
seeing
zoning.
the covenants and restrictions or anything on this, and I would like to see that for sure.
Well,
I
that's fine,
understand
and
that
my only resistance to that right now is I've become very frustrated with this whole process, because um, things just aren't lining up with what I was told, and I paid a lot of money for a lot. And then I've got contractors lined up, and everybody's busy, and I'm trying to get this done before winter sets in. So now if I'm gonna push contractors again, there's some significant impact there, so.
Mr. Caudell, have you reviewed the PUD ordinance by chance?
PUD ordinance,
Yeah,
I have not.
when the subdivision was created, it received special zoning. That's why the lots are consolidated and there's smaller setbacks and things. And one of those was that you could not have a detached garage or an outbuilding like a shed or something. So that's why I'm a little bit surprised that you bought it with the intention to put a garage on it.
Well, no, I only did that with being told I could. So I have documentation from the appropriate person, and in fact, I have something that was signed on.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Do we have a-
I'm assuming he knew what those regulations are. So,
Is that PUD agreement part of the UDO, or is it a separate for the crossing of Tanner's Creek?
Well, the
Does that
zoning,
have its
Crossing
own-
has its own zoning.
Okay, that's what I'm, yeah.
I think the initial problem, Mr. Caudell, is with you and the party who sold you the lot. And I don't think it's within our scope of authority to fix that problem, certainly not at this point.
so let me ask you this question then, because my understanding, the the request here tonight is a lot consolidation, right? That these two lots become one. So, you know, do I even, can I consolidate the lots and not even build anything? Just
Well,
have the lots.
here's the way this is where it gets hairy, okay? The planning commission is charged with acting in compliance with what our zoning is, with our UDO, our zoning plan. That is so that everybody is treated equally by this board. So people can come to us with individual problems, but we can't go here and there and make exceptions because you had a problem farther up the food chain or farther down the food
I
chain.
never
however
really,
you
I
wanna
didn't
look.
have, I mean, I didn't have a problem. I'm just learning about a problem.
Well, I think that there was a problem when it was represented to you as a condition of sale that you would be able to build a garage on that property. I think a problem was shoved on you or finessed on you because of the zoning of where your lot is, you can't build a detached garage or an auxiliary building. And it's this board's responsibility to approve structures in compliance with that plan. That's our charge. And this, from what I can see, and us saying to you, yeah, we'll give you the lot is like saying, yeah, you go head on. Because we know you've made it clear to us what you want to do with it.
Let me ask you this question. Does it make a difference if you see what I'm building?
No, not if it's a detached building. It doesn't, not to this board, not to this particular
And
board.
wasn't the intent of that PUD a certain number of residential dwellings? Like, and so then consolidating a lot reduces the number of potential residential dwellings in that development that,
I mean, I feel badly
like,
for
yeah,
it,
I
but,
do.
too.
but we can't fix it if we are living up to our responsibility as board members of this board. I'm in sympathy with your problem, but we can't fix it or we're violating our responsibility.
Well, I respect that. It's a bit disappointing to hear that nobody's seen anything until today.
I'm sure.
I don't know what that's all
Yeah.
about, but that's disappointing.
I'm not sure that looking at it quickly, that it would have helped you had we seen it 2 weeks ago because of what the ask is. But the fact is that nobody on this board did.
So if you're suggesting to table it, are you then suggesting to
I would
revisit
rather
this next
table it
month?
than turn you
or-
down.
If we tabled it, we would have 4 weeks to look at all the
Okay,
documentation.
all right, well, so my point is that it's been more than 4 weeks when this all got initiated, so there's my frustration there as
I
well.
understand your
okay?
frustration. I understand your frustration. But if we vote on this tonight, I'm gonna move to vote against you. That'll be my motion. So I would think it would be better to table it and give you a chance to talk to whoever's you've been dealing with and talk to the person who sold you the lot. I
Yeah,
think you've got a
so
problem.
I
Can
think
we
they've given
table
you
it
some
and
misinformation.
meet in 2 weeks?
Well, and for us to get the appropriate information, we need to be able
Do you guys
to
wanna-
approve it or disapprove.
Can we table it and, so there's a motion on the floor.
Yeah, there's a
Motion
motion.
on the floor to table.
I will second that to
Okay,
have some
Ryan,
discussion.
Ryan Good seconded it.
And I would like, if we table that, to schedule a meeting in 2 weeks instead of making them wait a month.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That'd be
I think
good.
that's a
Fine with
fair
me.
compromise.
Try to,
Mhm.
Let's look at our calendars for 2 weeks.
I won't even be here.
See what you're doing to us.
That would be Labor Day.
Be Labor
Wouldn't be
Day.
Labor Day. It can't be Labor Day. Counselor, I think it would be good for it to be a night that you're present at the meeting.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a Monday, provided this
No.
room's not in use. It could be. I don't know who's in here the second Tuesday redevelopment. Anybody?
Just redevelopments,
But that's early, isn't it?
or actually, I'm
No,
sorry.
they're the
redevelopments-
fourth.
Yeah, they're the
They're
fourth.
the
I
fourth.
apologize. They're after Board of Works.
So is Tuesday, the September 8th look possible?
It would be for me.
I won't be able to be here, I'll be out of town.
I won't be here that day.
Okay.
I think it's
When-
important that the city's attorney be there. Are you out all that week, Counselor?
No, just that day.
Wednesday, September 9th?
That's council meeting night.
We'll be here for council meeting.
You could do it,
On the 9th, there's a 4 o'clock, grant meeting on the bicycle path. There's a 5 o'clock Board of Works and a 6 o'clock
no.
council meeting. Thursday, the 10th,
I'm available.
I could do Thursday.
I could do Thursday.
I could do Thursday if it, I mean,
but
you,
if everybody
I could
else
do
can-
Thursday at an earlier meeting, like 5. I have a 6 o'clock in Aurora.
I could swing that.
Anthony is
And in the
Thursday,
meantime,
September 10th at 5 o'clock available.
Yes.
All right.
So Ryan, you're asking to approve the motion, having the next meeting set up for Thursday, September 10th at 5 PM?
Yes.
All in favor of tabling this discussion until Thursday, September 10th at 5 PM? Indicate by saying aye.
I,
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. The discussion for Cadell lot consolidation at the crossings of Tanner Creek will be discussed on Thursday, September 10th at 5 PM.
Steve, I apologize to you. I think you were probably given some misinformation when you bought that lot, so I'd love to, if you could maybe try to get a letter in writing or whatever, if that was from the developer, because it doesn't sound like that matches our UDO. And so, I have, too, some sympathy for you in this situation and understand why you would want that project in a co-adjoining lot. I know that we probably want to make sure that we're honoring that original agreement as well.
Mr. Caudell, since we've got the business end taken care of, can I ask who you've been dealing with the city? If you feel like saying it,
Who I've been dealing with the city?
yeah,
You mean who I sent the email to?
yeah.
Um, uh,
So Anthony, do you have a copy of that agreement with the PUD, or is that in the UDO? It's separate, you said,
PUD
right?
is its own ordinance.
Okay.
Its own zoning ordinance.
Can you get us that?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
email that out to the board.
So I'm having trouble finding that email. I've been dealing with her, with
Covenants and
um,
restrictions. Let me see.
Jessica Little
That's at the UDO.
Is
with
that's in
the
UDO?
architect's firm.
Mr. Cottrell, that's all right if you can't.
No,
find it. I'm
I
just
can find it.
curious
I'm just,
where the
right now,
ball
I'm
got
just
dropped.
struggling looking for it. Let me ask you this question, if I could. Who gave you the information today? Or how did you know you didn't have it? And who did you go after to get it?
Hmm.
Where did you get it today? I mean, if
We
you
were
just got it
notified
today,
today that there was a meeting tonight. And shortly after receiving that notification, we were giving the, some of a packet of supporting documents. I don't know if it's all the documents you forwarded to the city, but we were emailed a packet of one page, the drawing
I didn't get
of
that.
the tract. I got it.
It's
Some of us
listed,
got it, some of us
yeah,
didn't.
I
it's
just was
listed
notified there was a
replat
meeting.
of the lots 67 to 68 is how it's listed. We had a single document.
And I understand some people on this board didn't receive it.
Mm-mm.
Looks like it's from Pettit and Associates. Are we ready to move on? Any other business that come before the board tonight?
I'll find that,
Okay.
Okay.
I'll find that email and I'll forward it to somebody. But,
Neat house, though. I just
You have a
asked
beautiful
what,
home.
what house, that's a
well,
neat house.
with off the record, with all due respect, my frustration that I feel is with Dearborn County, with the city of Lawrenceburg, and now the city of Greendale, that I have invested so many resources. And I hate to say I have regrets, and I'm glad you appreciate the house. You know what else I did? When I built that house, I told Casey that, you know what I'm gonna do for you? This was early on and started the development. You know what I'm gonna do for you? Let's do something really nice. I'm gonna put it out here in a prime spot where everybody can go down the road and they can see it. And it's gonna help this development. And that was sincere.
Mhm.
That was sincere efforts on my
I
part
believe that.
to help that development.
Mhm.
And
I believe that. And Mr. Cottrell, or you wouldn't have built a house that is obviously a quality product. But let me say this to you. Don't be so frustrated with this board, because we're just doing what we have to do.
I didn't say
I
this
think your-
board.
I think your
I didn't say this
frustration.
board. I'm saying
In general.
I look at
in
Jump
general
Street.
with the county and the city and everybody, it's as a whole. It's just been very frustrating because I'm on an island. What I've had to deal with out on Route 50 without any support
Right.
has been extremely frustrating, and it just continues on. So, at least I get appreciation from the customers that come through. They appreciate it. That's where my encouragement comes from.
Mr. Cottrell, let me say this to you. Casey, or whoever that property owner is out there, is familiar with the PUD. They're familiar with the county. They are not, this is not their first rodeo in this county. So if you're looking for the genesis of where the misunderstanding started, it started way back. Because that developer was very familiar with the restrictions in the county, in the city of Greendale, and sat in on many of them. I wouldn't say many, I know some of the meetings, public meetings where where the urban development ordinance, the UD, and we're big with acronyms, the UDO, the urban development ordinance was passed. So it's not, that stuff's not news to that developer. I guess that's all I've got to say about that.
I just wanted to let you know that, if you do need to send us anything, if you go on our website, so thecityofgreendale.net, you can find all of our email addresses there under planning. And also you can hit, like contact, and it will give you one email address so you can email so that we make sure we get it. I
Make
made
sure
sure
you
to
get
check really
what?
quick.
I mean, I'm gonna forward the contact as you requested, who I was talking to, who, when they first set up the meeting, this individual, whoever that is, who's in charge of getting that on the calendar,
Mm-hmm.
that's the person. Hey, I need this. I'll get it for you, boom, that, and then
Yeah.
all I know is I had a date, and see, then the architect offered to come here and be part of it. I said, well, I don't think I need you, I mean.
It wouldn't have mattered tonight.
No, well, I don't think it would have mattered, period. All they did was just do the
Take your money.
survey. So, I probably should have had the developer here.
That wouldn't have hurt. But,
And should I
by
have
the
him come
same
back here in
token,
2 weeks?
yeah,
Because, I mean, if there's something here that needs to be uncovered, should I have him come back in 2 weeks?
I would say that's your call. I would imagine there'll be communication between you and your attorney and
Well, I don't have
the
an attorney.
developer
I don't have an attorney.
conversation
I wasn't planning on getting
before
an
that.
attorney. But maybe sounds like maybe I have to.
I'd say that's your call.
Well, it just depends on how it all plays out. I'm not.
But I
I'm
would
not gonna
urge
walk
you
out here and
to,
call an attorney, but-
I think Ms. Markway made a good suggestion to you to go on the city's website and take a look at the development ordinance and your zoning. You have specialized zoning out there, and it was specialized, it's zoning that really prohibits exactly what you want to do.
Well, I appreciate that suggestion, but honestly, it sounds like I dropped the ball because I should have checked that before I bought a lot.
Yeah,
So right now, it doesn't do me any good what I learn and educate myself with. I
But
just
you at
have to
least
get the
would know.
attorneys involved and let them deal with it. But at this point, for me, it's already done.
Yeah, I think if that was your intent when you bought that lot, you may have been misled from
Well,
however you
I'm
purchased
guilty
that.
of trusting individuals.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's got me in trouble before, but that's my nature.
But yeah, if there was anything you wanted to send us, you can absolutely look on the website, and all of our emails are there.
Which would go to us directly
Yeah.
instead of the third party.
Well, I
but
appreciate all that, and forgive me,
Fixed
my
communication.
frustrations are not at you guys directly.
We
I mean,
understand.
I am disappointed to hear you're just now getting information today. That to me is unacceptable.
right.
I don't know why that is, but that's very frustrating.
Those are questions, Mr. Caudell, we will be asking too. That's why I was curious as to who you'd
I'll
communicate
get
with.
that to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, tell me your name again.
My name is Linda Cromer.
Okay, I'll definitely make sure that you.
Thank you. And you can find my
I'll try to
email
get it to
address.
everybody.
You can find all of our emails on the
Okay.
website.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we had no other business that came in front of the board.
I want to bring something up
Okay,
while we're on the record.
all right.
And I think it's pertinent to this gentleman's problem. I would make a request to Anthony, I guess, or to Nathaniel, if you can expedite it for us. Everybody on this board should have a hard copy of that UDO. We all have access online. I printed my own copy because I like to have something in my hands. I also think that that UDO pretty well spells out our responsibilities insofar as enforcing zoning, interpreting zoning. But the covenant for that development, you've got access to, don't you?
Yes.
I think everybody on this board should have that. And I'm certainly happy to come by and pick, I don't have that physically. I'm certainly happy to come by and pick that
I
up.
can get the UDOs printed off for everybody.
Okay, I think
That'd be
of all boards to have it, This board should have it.
I think so.
And I'd always do it because I'm a hard paper person. But it would be nice to be able, when we have a gentleman like this
Mhm.
in front of us, to be able to say, sir, look at the, it would just would be, it's helpful. I understand this gentleman's frustration.
I do too. I mean, I feel
Is
bad
there,
for him.
do we have a clear process for him to send a document to an employee or a person assigned to the city of Greendale for this? That he couldn't find who he emailed?
Yeah, it's Alan Duncan.
Okay. And that's, if they go on the website, they would see that clearly. It says, all right.
Along those same lines, I'd make a formal request, since we're still on the record, that this board, when we are going to meet, be notified of that ahead of time, more than the afternoon of,
Yes,
and
please.
receive any supporting documentation for the issues that are gonna come before us.
Mhm.
What kind of lead
prior
time do you
week.
want?
I would say at least a week. I
Think-
don't think that's asking too much. What's the deadline for a person to bring this in to even be put on the agenda? What is the deadline for that?
It's usually the week before. In the past, it's been the end of the first week of the month, but we just got away from that because it was so early. So
Can
in
we
the-
formalize by the end of business on the third Monday, since we meet on the fourth Monday? Or do we just say 7 days prior?
Let's say 7 days prior, because for instance, our next meeting's gonna be 2 weeks
Right.
hence. Okay. And I realize it's complicated because this board doesn't meet every month. It does make it more complicated. But if there are two documents that ought to be in hand, it's that new UDO, which is very complicated. And in this gentleman's particular case, the covenant
The PUD.
for that PUD.
Mhm.
I understand his frustration. And that's my only other business.
Anyone else have other business in front of the board? Moving on to audience comments. There is no audience remaining, so no comments from them.
Well, with regard to this matter, then, the zoning ordinance for this PUD says you can't have a detached garage.
That's correct.
So he's coming back for a lot consolidation, not a detached garage issue.
Okay. And I'm not sure if everyone would look at the planning commission's charge. I'm not sure, knowing why he wants that lot. In fact, I'm pretty sure not. I don't think it behests us to provide that lot consolidation, given that we already know what he wants to do with it. And as hard as that is, if it says that's your job, then that's your job.
What is he going to use it for?
A garage.
Just a garage, or is he going to be working on vehicles there that he
I think he
is
just wants a
making money
garage
off
for that
of?
house.
It's a detached garage.
He just wants a detached
Okay.
garage for his home.
Okay, so it's not anything where he's gonna be doing work for people and.
No, it's just a
No.
detached.
But we need to keep in mind that this new UDO is very different from the comprehensive plan it replaced. Very different.
Obviously, this is my first meeting with this board, but, I heard or overheard that there were a certain number of lots in that specific subdivision to promote a certain population growth, right? So can we combine those lots anyway if that lot was meant to house a different family?
Can you even
I don't
do
think it
that?
behooves us to do that.
Yeah.
Under our charge, the board.
I mean, I can send you the PUD and you can determine that, but, I mean, it is a zoning ordinance.
And you need to look at, we've got a responsibility.
But people bought lots in this with a certain expectation, so you have to determine if you redo the zoning ordinance and say you can have detached garages, well, maybe that's something that.
Then we're affecting everybody else who bought a lot in that subdivision.
Oh, yeah, no, I wanted to read, I just wanna read, the PUD and see what it says.
Yes,
Yeah, I will send that to the board.
well, and then he's gonna wanna put another driveway in, correct?
I assume.
I would imagine.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do a detached garage,
So.
No, I
I
think,
So
would-
you just
There might
start-
be
Put
some
a driveway
concerns
to
with the
it.
neighbors, you know,
I think that the issue with the lot consolidation is that with the HOA, every lot has to pay HOA fees.
right,
Mm.
okay.
And so you wouldn't maybe
wouldn't.
necessarily want to pay additional HOA fees for a detached garage.
Yeah.
So then you
Consolidate
consolidate, so
them,
then we
you
have one.
Or
only
even
HOA.
charge
empty lot.
once.
Yeah.
And
But-
also, I mean, normally we'd have more information, right? Obviously, he didn't have that, but what were the concerns of the neighbors and everybody else?
What we have to remember as a board is, I think this board and BZA gets asked to solve somebody else's problems.
Mm-hmm. That's
Our
true.
job is to act in accordance with our development plan. And it's not our job to fix problems
It should be
or
cut
to
and
do the
dry.
or
It's
to do the
either-
due diligence ahead of time
It should be cut and dry. It either can be done,
under
or it would
the
be
existing
a.
ordinance, then the UD, or it can't be.
Or like in BZA,
And,
they give
and
variances.
it's hard to
where
say
you can
no to a guy like that,
adjust things,
but that's your job.
yes.
Any other discussion before we get a motion for adjournment?
I'd make that motion.
I'll
Linda?
second it.
Second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Who seconded adjournment?
Aaron.
Aaron.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Everybody.
Adjournment passed unanimously.
So
Thank
long,
you
it's
all.
been good to see
Closed
you.
meeting.
Absolutely.
Grab your shirt.
It was a good one.